Hello and welcome to my box spread notebook, round 2 of 3. My goal for this year was to finish this notebook, and I'm very close, and I just may be able to do it. I thought I'd just do a part 1 and part 2, but turns out I need a part 3. So let's pick up where we left off and look at the midsection of this piece. The first change worth noting is I grabbed my A6 Hobonichi cover and popped it on this A6 Midori that I've been using. So I like that. I'm trying it out. It does make it take up more space in my belt bag, so I'm not sure how long that's going to stick around, but so far so good. What I did was mark off where we left last time. So I think that was the last piece that I shared. The tabs on the bottom means it's not finished yet, and the tabs on the top means it was shared last time. Here's where we start breaking into Winter Sky, King of Pens, and a custom gray that I made. This is definitely my favorite gray, and it's not a recipe that has black in it. So I work to make my own mixes sometimes. You can see this one's a mix of turquoise, red, yellow, and white. And I did that because I really don't like grays that just look like a watered down black. I really like it when they're chalky and kind of graphite-ish. And that's what came out here. So we've got a remote and some crayons, some more pattern. The pattern up here I did with the nib regular side down, and then I reversed it on the other side to get a lighter flower. This is our kitchen chairs. And I left a little space in here just for like a weird branch with some butterfly. Here we got a pen, another strawberry, Ghostbusters ghost, naturally, another pen. And then this was a drawing exercise from a watercolor class. We painted a rose with a bead of dew on it. And so I just sketched that out here. This is Birmingham Pen Company Tesla coil in the Opus 88 Flex. You can see it's got this sheen on it where it goes from like red. It's like a navy blue and then it sheens red. You can kind of see it dance in the light. We've got Space Turtle in the middle, lots of patterns, lots of birds, some chess pieces and a cat, a little landscape, my headphones, some more pen and ink. Next up, I was struggling with flow on this one. So this is a Capless medium, and I had to kind of tweak the nib a little bit. This is before I got it fixed. But this is from Kyo Cherry Blossom. Definitely an impulse purchase on this ink, but I love it. It's like the perfect raspberry. Some hands, some pickles or a peanut, not really sure which. Some clothes and hats, jellyfish, little tent scene. But you can see the flow. It's like I had to press in different places, so I didn't really care for that. Shared that last time. And then this is the Pilot VP Capless in birch. It's 54th dupe that I made. I really like this pattern over here. It kind of has a butterfly effect. Got lots of pens. This, I was out to lunch either alone or with my kids. I did just a quick bar scene with everybody who was sitting at the bar. This is supposed to be a statue. It took me a minute to remember who it was. And this was the little girl I saw running around. This is the blinds in our house. And a hot dog. Then we're back to the custom gray from the Winter KOP. Got my Birkenstock, patterns, some spoons with a little honey, different kind of trees, corner of a house, and a very sassy cat. Working on that for next time. Then we got a couple blank pages. And I shared that on the last one as well as this one. This one. And I'm working on that. Cool. Pick up here. And this is the Decimo Capless, which is a green and yellow gradient. It's just beautiful. And it's with olivine, which is a new ink I got from Monteverde. Got some balloons, a little sign, cute little turtle and straws. Our cat looking at the wall. I tried to draw my husband from above. It is not good. He's working on it. And I tried a thicker pen. I have a B bold nib on my Stogsy Chola. And this is Iroshizuku Bisu. Quite bright. Tried to draw like a cartoon. I think that's supposed to be bluey. I don't know. Things got out of hand. They can't all be bangers, you know? And I shared that one last time. And here's a new one. This is my son climbing on the couch. I'm going to tell him not to every day. This is my favorite pen in the middle of writing. Some popsicles, some gummies. Did a little music, a little self-portrait. And this is just a little bit of Totoro. And this is, of course, the Pilot E95S, the atramentis black. Then we got the Pilot A23 in a medium, in momiji. We started watching a little bit of Reno 911, so that was on my mind. And this was, I want to say I was copying a sticker. I was trying to emulate this style to try it out, which was really fun. A ladybug. And this was perhaps a room I was in, but now I can't remember. And then this, I was experimenting with texture. I really love how texture has been coming together. And I have absolutely no mastery over it, but I'm enjoying the process. Got some more nibs and corn, leaves and flowers. And these are the soot sprites from Totoro and a couple other Studio Ghibli movies. And you might note, as my son does, there aren't any legs in the real ones. So that's just my fault. Shared that last time. Here's a new one. And this is a deep dark dupe that I made, which is really more of a brown. It was in my Sailor 1911L, the white one. Got a little street lantern with a vine, some swim shorts and shoes, some kitchen themes, and insects, toothbrush, toothpaste. And again, I just thought I'd be better at swords, but I'm really not. Then I restocked on Noodler's 54th Massachusetts, which is just my favorite blue, chalky in this really special way. And that's in the 1911L Stormy from Sailor. And lots of patterns, just experimenting with stuff, experimenting with the cat, different parts of the face, feet. There's really never any method. And this is the Opus Stylosuite in Seoro, which is Iroshizuku. Got a little beach scene, ice cream stack, more of a pattern. And this pen has quite a flex. So you can see it's very, very thin, and then it flexes out to be quite wide. Back to Momiji and the Edison Stylosuite. And you can see this one, it's red, but it has this little bit of a gold sheen to it. Got lots of jellyfish, toilet plungers, patterns, bicycle. And then this is the TWSBI 580 and a 1.1 stub with Robert Oster Cafe Crema. Back to the eyes, some patterns, some nibs, obviously kind of a broken nib. That's not really what nibs look like. And fishtails, naturally. Then I made a custom green in my Stylosuite. I quite like this one. Captured my cat and some tea. I did part of my photo, which was my face. This is where the kids hang up their backpacks downstairs. Little candles, ink samples. I tried to draw a flower that I was looking at. And that was really cool. I feel like it came out a lot more detailed than when I do it from imagination. Then we've got the VP EF, which is the Capless, the birch in minty evergreen. This is a custom mix I made. Again, I copied that cat, trying to pick up somebody else's style. Got a lantern that was in a room we were in, some donuts, some science stuff, another lantern, and a little snake eye. This was in a restaurant we were in. It just had this beautiful wall of brick. I went to capture that, and then our cat from this next. This is a custom orange I made that was in the King of Pen winter. And just some more feet, some more strawberries. Got some of the hat while they were out and about, and a beautiful beehive. I did that last time. Back to the KOP winter with the custom gray. More jellyfish, a little frog. I tried to capture the roofs in our neighborhood a little more. That was cool. And a phone. I've been doing a dumb phone experiment that I'm documenting on YouTube as well. And that was interesting. So, of course, been reflecting on my phone a lot. And this was our cat in kind of a different style. I wanted to get a little more movement. The Benny Matcha pen with rikyucha from Sailor. It's a little craft my mom made us. Got some Legos, more patterns. Somebody's necklace. I think I made this person up. My cat looking kind of squished. And I've really been liking like flags, across an alleyway. I thought that was really pretty. I want to say I shared this on the last one, so skip that. This is, again, the Capless with the minty evergreen. Got kind of a winter scene behind a fence. My cat looking super weird. The swords are getting better. Little skeleton. It's just supposed to be like pants with chainmail. And then this is my foot and my Birkenstock. A teddy bear. This is our floor covered in Christmas wrapping and presents and stuff. And this, I was trying to get to kind of like a stepping stones in a stream. This was a crown. It was a trash can. Doesn't really look that great. And then this was like in a bathroom stall where it connects, and there's this little screw. I thought that'd be cool to capture. Back to the winter KOP with the custom gray. Some more jellyfish and backpacks. This was a chair from our kids' recital at the Christmas play. Got some nail clippers and a toe. These were people we sat behind at the Christmas play and one of the stage props. This is kind of an underground scene. It didn't turn out well, but you can see this is kind of the coral and a fish. And then this was going to be waves. Some celebratory stuff. This was on the wall at the Christmas play as well. I love these little star things. I love adding that to everything I'm doing. And I shared this one last time, so we can skip it. And this is the Decimo back with olivine, which I really loved. So this and the Winter KOP came back again and again. Did some more faces. This is a room, space, more science stuff. This is kind of a bow tie, but it doesn't quite look like it. This is another pattern I've been drawing on everything. It's kind of like watermelon seeds in my mind. And then I thought I'd experiment with like a shadow. It was cool. And then this is like the same tree with birds in it, but broken out over 3 scenes. That was really fun. And I found some patterns emerged as I kept drawing, which is I really like a medium nib and something really wet and really saturated. Like the more saturated it is, the more I loved it. Then we've got this one, just the pink King of Pen and Birmingham Pen Company Saltwater Taffy. I just love it. It's like this bright coral amazingness. This was a sketch that I did in middle school, and I just still remember it so fondly. So it's somebody holding like a crystal ball in their hand. Some candy and flowers, various aliens and a pen, a little robot with a yo-yo, and then some seedlings coming up. One I already shared. Then we're back to custom Massachusetts, like a dark navy. I tried to draw a dragon. Dragons, I thought it would be a lot better, but it's not. Cupcakes and cookies, somebody's hat, very, very random pattern, journal stuff. And then this was there's like a trampoline park nearby. So this was the ceiling at the trampoline park. And then these were the little icons on the side that was nearby. This was my son on the swing there. So it's a big building, more pens. And this was a purple smoke that I made in a Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya, which is like a flex nib. And yeah, I didn't really come back to this one. I do like it, but I don't think I find I don't like drawing with the flex nib. That's not as fun. I like to have more control. This was supposed to be my husband from below, and I did not successfully capture that. This is the Lamy Safari with the atramentis, so just a little bit thicker than my pilot, I guess. And just a bit more stylistic with some things. Yeah, I like a medium and I like a fine. I like it to be really delicate so I can add detail. And that's kind of a way that I hide that I can't draw very accurately to real life. Like I add my style by adding a lot of detail. So if you're ever frustrated that you can't draw things realistically, maybe just lean into it, make it yours. Back to the custom gray, this is definitely a favorite. We've got a spaceship sucking up a seedling, self-portrait, wizard hat, got kind of a landscape. I really like that one. More Legos, old-fashioned router, and this is just a bunch of junk that was on our table. Shared this last time. Here's a new one, got deep dark orange, some stuff from church, a very sad or drunk reindeer, got some stuff like an orange. This one, I just wanted to draw some kind of machine and my cat looking like the Grinch. It's not good. Back to the Opus 88 in Tesla coil. Again, the Birmingham Pen Co. Anything with shimmer and sheen, I guess, it just really smudged. So I didn't care for that. I didn't do it again after I did it that first time. We got the Decimo with olivine again, scissors, a made-up building, some pens, and a duck. This was a photo from our engagement shoot a long time ago that I have on the wall, so I tried to draw that. And these were these gray elf boots that I had when I was in elementary school, and I loved them so much. And I would run around pretending I was an elf. Very good times. And then this is like a little rabbit from Totoro. This ink was such a disappointment, honestly. It's the Sailor Sea Glass in sea glass green, and it's a special thing I had to order through like secret things behind the scenes. And it, frankly, it's just so dry. I tried in many different nibs. I don't care for it. I wanted to love it so much, but I only used it this once, and I really pushed to get it over with because I did not enjoy it. So this is like a worm from Dune, tornado. This started out as like R2-D2 and then turned into some kind of lamp. I don't know. It's like a bird or something. I don't know. Got ugly there. This was also a struggle. I was trying to fix this M nib in a capless, and I put a Pilot Sepia cartridge. You could just see it got kind of dry, and I'd have to push it. so I kind of rushed this one too. I think these are either pens or soap. You should be able to tell, shouldn't you? Got a little fan. I am pretty proud of that snake. This, again, I just loved this ink. I was still fixing the pen at this point. You can see it's a little weird shading, but this was on either a logo or no, it was in a book about drawing beasts, and so I redrew that. I just loved it. Got some inks and a match. There's ridges on the back of some kind of animal, finger on the remote, ravioli, and a weird mouth. This is one of my favorite ones too. So the E95S, the fine nib. I just love the level of control I have over this. So this is kind of my husband and his son, not really. Wizard hat. These were two people I was following around. Got some waves and keys, and of course a very sassy chicken. And my other probably top 3 favorite page. So like a mural, and this fish. This looks so cool. This is my dad in a Viking hat. This was a statue of a bear. I had to do a lot of detail to get that to a good place. This was me copying a pattern or like a wall thing at a restaurant. And then, I just love this, like hollyberry bush. And then oranges, dragon, definitely me copying the sticker that I have, and candles, and then some kind of bird. And then this is light bulbs hanging from the ceiling. It's some fir plants, fir trees. And this was finished really recently. I rewatched the Chapel Roan NPR Tiny Decks performance and just caught her in this moment of like really singing. It's beautiful. This was at a restaurant. Where were we? No, these two, we were at the Museum of Natural History. And so I caught some of this stuff. This I was reflecting on all the chores in life. This is also the Museum of Natural History. And this is a photo of my grandpa. He passed it a long time ago. And getting towards the end, this might be the last one, but one more from the Saltwater Taffy. This was in the Opus 88. We got my cat. Candy, some patterns, a little playground we were looking at, a fish, a fence, a pirate map. Cool. And I think that's all. That brings us to the final page of round 2. And my goal is to finish this by the end of the year so I can bring round 3, and that will finish the book. And by then, I hope to have looked up how many pages are in this thing, so I know how many drawings. But if you're following along and you do any kind of box spreads, I'd really love to see what you're drawing and where you get your ideas. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope this gives you some inspiration to keep drawing.